being a volunteer in a volunteer agency, I know that we are, we do the best we can, but we are, constantly needing more volunteers. And we are pressed for time a lot of times. So we don't get to visit the schools as often as we'd like, or any other, children's programs and youth organizations. So I figured a good way of fixing that issue would be to write a book. And so what I'm doing is I wrote the book so that kids are familiar with firefighters and EMTs. And in conjunction with the yearly visits during Fire Prevention and EMS Week, the kids can read the book once or twice a year. So the goal is to get it in every classroom. What I'm doing is I'm running book drives, and for every couple books that I sell, I'm able to take the proceeds and print other books, which are then donated to the school classrooms. And then this way they are in the classrooms and libraries, and the kids can take them out. And I'm just encouraging the kids to read it and share it with their friends and their siblings and family, and just to spread the word. Because it is a problem, and the schools do a good job at fire education, and the fire departments do, but it just needs to be more often, and that's why I came up with the idea of the book. You wanted Billy and Ruffles to know it is important to be seen and not hide. We will never do that again, said Billy. The firefighter then said, always remember, don't be afraid. So that's part one. What did you guys think? Everyone like it? All right, so there's many ways you can get the book. You could do a school drive at your child's school. I'm also going to be visiting libraries, any kind of public youth organizations, Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts, anything like that. I'm more than willing to come. You can purchase the book on the website, which is don't-be-afraid.org, or you can call me. My phone number is 631-905-1730, and I could tell you all the different ways of buying it. And like I said, I like to do book drives. When it was bedtime, Ruffles would sleep right next to Billy. Mom would read them a bedtime story every night, and when it was finished, she would tuck them in and say, "Good night, Billy. Good night, Ruffles. I love you. See you in the morning." One night, Billy woke up to a loud sound. He had heard this sound before, when his dad was checking the batteries on the smoke detector. Oh no, he thought. There must be a fire, Ruffles. We need to get out of the house right away. Also looking for sponsorship, local businesses. It's really the goal is to get the community involved and just raise the education. I'm also involved in another organization called the Emergency Safety Academy, which was spawned off of the book. And what we do is we are a nonprofit organization, and you can get it on their website as well. And that is called, that's emergencysafetyacademy.org. And that's it. We just encourage schools to run book drives, and I am able to visit as many schools as I can, and I'd love to do it. And we'll get as many books as we can into the schools. The book is separated into two stories. The reason I did that was because it's for pre-K to 5th grade. So, sometimes the younger kids can't necessarily sit through both stories, so I broke it up so that a teacher can do it in two separate sessions. The first part is about a little boy, and his house has a fire, and a fireman comes. He's a little scared of the fireman. He hides under the bed, and the fireman grabs him, gets him out, and brings him out to safety. And then he is reunited with his family, and he learns that he shouldn't hide from firefighters. The second story is about a young girl who falls and hurts her arm, and the EMTs have to come, and she's a little scared when she sees all of the equipment they use, the backboards, the collar, the splint for her arm, but she soon realizes that they are there to help, and all of the equipment, even though it looked a little intimidating, was actually there to help her. And then both students were prompted to ask their teachers to have the firefighters and the EMTs visit their school, which is the main purpose of the book, is to make kids feel comfortable with, what's going to happen in these specific emergency situations they're going to face, and just learn, what the duties of the firefighter and EMT are, how they're going to look when they respond, and just to teach them not to be intimidated.